What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Tierani Lachelle, creator and founder of Plan Create Execute Academy, where we get results. I empower overwhelmed service providers and content creators to develop marketing systems so that you can become more visible online, attract ideal clients, and generate profitable income for your business. And I just want to welcome you to another episode of Show Up Like a Boss. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here. Today we're talking about content, and I got some questions that you need to be able to answer before you develop your next content strategy, okay? And so we're going to just jump right into things because I got some goodies and some gems for you today. But the reason why I felt like creating this episode was so important and so essential, and the reason why I had to make sure that this episode is inside of my content library is just because I know you're probably like one of my clients, and for the sake of her privacy within this conversation, we're going to name my client Emily, okay? And so I had a client, and Emily, she was struggling to gain traction on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, right? And she tried so many different strategies before connecting with me, like collaborating with others and, you know, hoping that she could get a shout out on their page in order to get new traffic to her business, to her business channel. She posted trending topics and really was trying to do everything she could to grab the attention of her audience, and nothing really just seemed to be working for her until, like I said, she connected with me, and we were able to discover that she didn't have any evergreen content in her content library that she could leverage in order to generate new leads for her business. So what we ended up doing was we took a few weeks to develop a content strategy for her business and just made sure that it was in alignment with her business goals. And then I was able to help her to develop a content marketing system so that she could show up consistently, providing value for her online community, as well as creating opportunities for her business to grow. So here's some direct results Emily was able to see as a result of us implementing these new strategies. So she went from 100 YouTube subscribers to 350 subscribers within 6 weeks of us implementing her strategy. And honestly, when you think about it, that's 250 additional people who now are wanting to know more about what's going on within her business. And so to me, that's dope, especially considering the fact that she was struggling to grow her audience within the first place. So I'm sure as she continues to implement her strategies, that she's going to see even more results. However, 5 of those subscribers, because it don't stop there, y'all. 5 of those subscribers became new leads for her business. And 2 of the 5 that became leads and tried to learn more about her business then became premium clients that she serves at this point. So what I really want you guys to take away and understand is that content marketing, it really has so many benefits. And today I want us to talk about how you could go about leveraging content in order to generate more income for your online business and just grow and all around grow. Okay, because I know that's something that we're wanting. We're looking to get results. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you press play on this podcast. And so I want to give you some gems at this point, and we're going to first start by talking about what content marketing is. Okay, content marketing is a strategic approach that we implement in marketing in order to take our prospects on a journey from unaware to most aware about what it is that we have to offer. Okay, so when it comes to you developing a content strategy, when I say that, I mean I'm speaking to you developing a plan in which you plan to use content in order to achieve your business goals. Okay, whether that's audio, visual content, or even written content, you're going to use one of those formats in order to generate leads, generate brand awareness, whatever it is that you're looking for as it pertains to your business goals. A successful content strategy will attract your target audience at every stage of the funnel, and it's going to keep them engaged until it's time for them to make a purchase and even beyond that particular time. And so when I say a funnel, I'm speaking to what we call a marketing funnel. And I'm going to give you guys a little foundational insight just in case this is the first time you've ever heard of someone speak of such a thing. I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Okay, so a marketing funnel, when I say that, it describes the customer journey that your prospects would go through when they choose to connect with you and do business with you. Okay, our goal is to develop a pre-planned journey that's going to take your prospects on that journey in order to make an informed decision about doing business with you. So it's your content's job to literally take your audience on that journey from unaware to most aware about your business so that you can have a better chance of securing the bag. And so when I say I help overwhelmed female service providers develop marketing systems for their business so that they can become more visible online, attract ideal clients, and generate profitable income. In so many words, I'm saying I help female service providers develop marketing funnels. And instead of you saying, well, what's a marketing funnel? I go ahead and let you know what results you're going to get as a result of you connecting with me. But when it comes down to a marketing funnel, you have what's called the top of the funnel, you have what's called the middle of the funnel, and then you have what's called the bottom of the funnel. And I'm going to explain a bit more to you in depth, just so that I want to make sure that we're on the same page and I'm not overwhelming you. So if you could imagine, the top of the funnel is going to help you to build awareness, okay? And it's a wide top of the funnel, okay? And so this could be like social media posts. This could be like a book that you've written for your business. This could be, let's say you got people on your email list and you wanted to engage with them. This could be an email newsletter that you send out to them. You may choose to host a live event so that you can connect with new people. This could be a live event where you learn about somebody, and in order for them to join you, they give you their email when they purchase their ticket. This could also be a blog post where they learn about a specific topic on your blog post as it pertains to your business, and then you invite them to connect with you further so they can learn a bit more about you. That's like the top of your funnel. And the goal and the role of the top of your funnel is to make your prospects problem as well as solution aware. So remember, our goal here is to really help them to make an informed buying decision. And so we want to do something strategic, and making sure that we have something in place in order to capture the attention of our prospects so that we can let them know more about what it is that we have to offer. And that's something that you do at the top of this marketing funnel that we speak of. Okay. Now, once they get from the top of the marketing funnel, they're then going to go to the middle of your funnel. All right. So at this point, more than likely, you've gotten their email address, right? And now that you've gotten their email address or their contact information, this could be a text message. This could be their phone number, and you're sending them text messaging. Whatever avenue you may choose to go about them getting to the middle of your funnel, this is to help you to facilitate evaluation and potentially convert your prospects into what we call a lead. And essentially, a lead is someone who's truly interested in what it is that you have to offer, but needs to learn a little bit more before becoming a client, right? So once they've gotten to the middle of your funnel, and you may use a number of methods in order to help them to evaluate more about what it is that you're offering. But once you figure out what that is, then the next thing you want them to do is to get to the bottom of your funnel. And this is where we want them to be, where they're then the bottom of your funnel then drives conversion. And when we say conversion, that's them actually making a purchase, or them actually subscribing, or them actually doing the thing that you want them to do, right? And this allows your leads to make an informed buying decision. And so at the end of the day, what I need you to understand is you need to have a marketing funnel for your business. Any smart business who wants to have systems in order to connect with more people, in order to provide the best possible client experience, they've taken time to define what their marketing funnel is going to look like. They know what content pieces that are needed inside of that funnel, and they do their due diligence to make sure that funnel is working so that they can have a nice, well-oiled machine. Okay. Looking for an easy way to create stunning visuals for your business? With the Create with Confidence Canva Edition training, you can learn how to create beautiful designs quickly and easily. This training will teach you the basics of Canva, from creating a design to adding text and images. You'll learn how to use the platform's powerful tools to design visual content assets that will help you stand out from the competition and promote your brand's message. So don't wait any longer. Sign up today and prepare to elevate your online visual presence for your business. Okay, so your content strategy is something that you want to get clear on before you show up on your social media channels. Okay. We need to identify the content that you're going to be using to prepare your audience for what it is that you have to offer. And I want to put a pin here and let you know that you may get a lot of people to come inside of the top of your funnel, but they may not all make it down to the bottom. So what you want to do is make sure that you are putting out valuable content that's really going to help your people to keep your business and your brand at the top of mind when it comes to them making a decision as it pertains to them taking advantage of your products and your services, right? You want to make sure that when it comes time for them to make a decision, that it's you that they choose to do business with, okay? So when it comes to your content strategy, you have to commit to the long game. And when I say commit to the long game, I need you to understand that you may not see immediate results, okay? It was going to be beneficial for Emily to get, if she went from 100 just to 150 new subscribers within a couple of weeks. That would have been amazing, just because that's going to be 50 more people who may not have known about her business, she's going to get a chance to truly get some sort of transformation and really make an impact. Okay. And so that matters. And so when you commit to the long game, you understand that what I'm doing, and I'm building this thing brick by brick. Each piece of content I put out is going to be valuable, and it's going to make a change in the lives of my community. So what I want you to understand is that you need to post with purpose, and you need to post with intention, because producing high quality content can truly be invaluable in building trust and new audiences, trust with new audiences, and succeeding in the long haul. Okay, so make sure that you commit to the long game. That's what showing up a boss is all about. Making sure that you're showing up with in excellence, providing high quality content to your people, really making a change and impacting the lives of the people that you're called to serve. Okay, we're choosing from now on to move forward with a strategic approach. And the end goal, when it's all said and done, is for you to have a content library that your prospects can visit and they can use to make a decision about if they should be doing business with you. And how helpful and how dope is it? And how much better of an experience do you think that it would be for your clients if they could come to you for every aspect, to get a solution for every aspect of the problems that your business solves for? All right. So now that I've given you something to think about, I want to give you a few questions that you need to answer, because I know at this point you're like, okay, I need to get a marketing funnel in place. I need to develop a content strategy. What's that going to look like? I got a few questions that you need to be able to answer before we move on. Okay. So when you develop a content strategy, there are a few questions that you need to answer. And the first one is, who will be consuming your content? Okay. Who are you targeting with this content that you're creating? Okay. Let me answer this question for you. It's the same person that you're targeting your business with. So whoever it is that you want to connect with is who you should be putting forth efforts in tailoring your content strategy to. It's time, if you haven't taken the time to do so, to learn your audience, not just on a surface level, but I really want you to get to know them and understand their struggles, their challenges, their pain points, and what's really causing them to not be able to have the solutions that you have to offer. It's time to get clear on that and get an understanding of where they are. And another thing I need you to understand is that when you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. And so that was one of the issues that Emily we had when we first connected. I asked her who our target audience was, and she told me everybody. And I'm just like, it can't be. It really can't be. I want you to give yourself the opportunity to truly make an impact and really focus on a specific group of people rather than everybody under the sun. Let's get as specific as we possibly can and figure out who we can really and truly serve well, because that's really going to be a game changer for you, because those are going to be the people who show up to your community. Those are going to be the people who you get impact, who you're going to be able to impact, and those are going to be the people who share with others who may have struggled with who may have struggled with what you're solving for, and they can point you out as the resource and as the solution to those people. And so that's what we want. The next thing, and we actually just kind of talked about it, is the second question is, what problem will you be solving for your audience? So first thing is getting clear on who's going to be consuming the content, who are you targeting? And then the next thing is, what problem will you be solving for your audience? So they're at point A, which is a pain, some sort of struggle, some sort of challenge that's gotten their attention, and they're doing some studying, they're doing some research, and they find that you are the solution. You are point C, right? That's what your business is. The solution or the possible transformation that they could potentially receive. And what your content is the bridge or the process that's going to help them get from point A to point C. And your content, some of it may be free, some of it may be paid. But at the end of the day, what we're doing is trying to get them to their happy place, or to the point C, which is like the promised land, if you would. We're trying to get them there. So what I need you to get an understanding of is, what does your prospect need to know in order to make an informed decision about what it is that you're offering? Once you've been able to clarify that, then we're ready to answer the next question, which is, what makes you unique? Okay, so you may have a lot of other people within your industry who may do the same thing that you do. But something that I like to always tell my clients is that you are the secret sauce. It's you, baby. It's you, baby. Nobody can beat you being you. And you have a divine group of people that you're called to serve. So that's the reason why you need to get clear on their characteristics and their values and what they're struggling with. And that's the reason why you want to do your due diligence to position yourself as a resource so that you can really change the game for them. But the only way they're going to know that it's you is if you get an understanding of what makes you unique. And to prove why you're worth buying from, you need to prove why you're worth listening to. So with that, you need to be publishing high quality content. You need to be making sure that your messaging is in alignment with your business goals and is also in alignment with the needs of your people. Because once you figured that out, you need to make sure that is permeated and you permeate that message into your content. Okay. So when it comes to me, I try to remain, down to earth in my approach, because I know building a business can be overwhelming. Like, I know this. I once was in my prospect shoes. I promise you, I really did not have a thorough understanding of how to show up in the online space. Branding and marketing, it honestly was not my thing. I really had to go on a journey of discovering how I could make this work for me. And then when I realized, wow, I actually like the ideas and the skill sets that I've acquired, they came to me easy. I want to see if I could help somebody else do this. And so I realized that I could, and that's what I wanted. And so now I try to position myself as an asset to my community. I want to stand out as a resource and give you access to my wealth of knowledge as it pertains to branding and marketing. And so that's what I do. I help my people to develop their systems, develop their strategies. And when you connect with me, you're going to get access to, you're going to get a plan of action. I'm going to show you ways to implement those plans. I'm going to hold you accountable. And when we do the work together, and I make sure that you're able to walk away with the strategies and the tools needed to serve your audience with confidence. And my goal is also to make sure that you see results. So it's truly a win-win situation when you commit to doing the work and when you connecting with me. And so it took me a moment to figure out what that was. A lot of times you might be like, I don't know what makes me special, but let me tell you, it's you, and it's your approach, and it's your process, and it's the way that you do things. And so once you understand that, it'll be a lot easier for you to articulate that value to others, so that they can see the value that you could bring to them. Okay, and so once you understand what makes you unique, baby, it's time to create that content. So I need you to get clear on what content formats you're going to focus on. To figure out what content format, or to figure out what formats to focus on, you need to understand. You need to meet your audience where they are. Okay, no matter where they are on their journey, no matter where they're located, you need to find out where your audience lives. So you might want to conduct, well, not might, you need to conduct market research to determine what types of content they are going to actually engage with. What will they respond to? What makes them tick? What is going on in their mind right now? And how can you get them to understand that you are the solution to their problems, to what they're struggling with? Okay. Otherwise, you're going to end up wasting your time creating content that won't reach your audience, that they won't engage with. It won't capture their attention. It won't make sense. It won't matter. And so, like, who wants to do that, right? And once you've been able to identify the best formats, it's going to be time to assess what resources you're going to need to allocate in order to execute the strategy that you're developing. Okay, so are you going to be producing this content yourself? Do you need to hire support? Do you need help learning how to create and craft your content so that you can make sure that you're reaching your people? This is really, really important. Honestly, content is the bread and butter of a business, because it's going to help you to generate new leads into your business and help those new leads to discover more about what's going on within your business. Once they become clients, it's going to make sure that you're going to be able to maintain that experience and ensure that it's an A1 experience. It's a top tier experience from the time that they come into contact with you until it's time for them to let somebody else know about the amazing offers and services that you provide. So these are some things that you really need to consider and think about. 2 more questions and I'm going to have you on your way. That was what content formats will you focus on. Once you've gotten clear on that, the next thing that you need to figure out is what channels will you publish on? Okay. So you can create content in multiple formats, but you can also distribute content on multiple platforms in order to reach your audience, okay? They may not just be on the same place. You may have some people on TikTok. You may have some people on YouTube. You may have people on Pinterest. You may have people who like to read blog posts. You may have people who like to listen to podcasts. So you got to get clear on the format and then figure out where you're going to be publishing that content to so that you can reach your audience, okay? So if your audience prefers long-form video content, then you may opt into publishing your content on YouTube. Whereas if you have a younger audience that likes to take content in quickly, and they're not going to sit and watch a long YouTube video or listen to a long podcast, then you may opt in for TikTok or Instagram and utilize short form content strategies in order to stay connected with your people. But this, once again, is going to take you conducting some market research, figuring out where your audience is, and then you make a conscious effort to show up and connect and serve them well. Okay, here's our last question. That was question 5. What channels will you publish on? The last question is question 6, and that is, how will you manage your content creation and publication? Okay, so Figuring out how you're going to create and publish all your content honestly can be a bit daunting. It can be overwhelming, and you may end up choosing not to move forward. Please don't get stuck. You are not a tree. Take time to plan. Don't overwhelm yourself. Do your market research. And this honestly should be fun, especially if serving your people is something that you really are doing, and you're just wanting to take things to the next level, right? Before you execute, I need you to just make sure that you understand your content creation process. Okay, so who's going to create your content? Okay, is this something that you're going to do yourself? Or do you need some support? Are you going to batch create your content? Do you need a team? Like, we got to get clear. Then, where is this content going to be published? Remember, we talked about what channels that you're going to publish this content on. We need to figure that out. Do you need to use, or it's not even do you need to, we got to get us a repurposing strategy just so that you're not having to do so much, and you're really able to make the best of the content that you create and really maximize it. And we're not going to talk about content repurposing on this episode, but I most definitely will be publishing some content on it just so that you can understand more of what I'm talking about. But if you need more, if you want to have more dialogue about content repurposing, just let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure I get something out as soon as possible. But then after you figure out where it's going to be published, the next thing is, where is your content going to live? You need a content management system so that you can keep track of your content. And for me, I utilize I utilize an app. It's called Notion. Okay, there's so many other project management systems that you can use in order to make sure that your content management system is what it needs to be. But you just need to have a workspace that you can use to script out your content and plan it out, and just make sure you've gone through the editing processes and you know where you are within your content creation workflow. Once again, I could talk about that more in episodes to come, but these are just things that you need to consider. All right. So I know we just covered quite a bit. So if you need to go back and replay and listen, then you need to do so. But if you need to, ask some questions specifically about what I've talked about, feel free to drop your questions in the comments or email me. You can find my email address in the description, just so that we can make sure that you have the answers that you're needing. So let's do a quick recap. All right. So a successful content strategy will attract your target audience at every stage of the funnel and keep them engaged even after a purchase. Okay. All right. And so you need to develop a solid marketing funnel so that you can take your prospects on a journey for them to make an informed decision about doing business with you. And then I gave you a few questions that you need to make sure that you can answer in order to make the best decision for your business as it pertains to your content marketing efforts and before you develop your content strategy. All right, so like I said, I know that was a lot, but I sure hope that it was helpful. If you've gotten to this part of the podcast, I know that you're truly invested and you want to take your online presence to the next level. And I feel you, girl. And I'm telling you, you got everything that you need to do so, okay? And I'll be honest, it takes some work to get the clarity that you need to show up in the online space with confidence. And I want to help you to fast track your progress, okay? So I want to invite you to schedule a complimentary brand assessment with me, Tierani Lachelle. And here's what's in it for you. You are going to gain access to a 30-minute one-on-one session with me, and we're going to discuss where you currently are within your business and where you would like to be within your online business. And then I'm going to ask you a few questions so that we can discover what's stopping you from achieving your current business goals and your marketing goals. And then we're going to discuss an action plan for moving forward. And I'm going to give you the chance to determine if I have any solutions that can help you to execute your vision so that you can see results right away. Okay. And so if this sounds like something that you could benefit from, I want you to visit www.my2023actionplan.com. Okay? And I want you to schedule your complimentary brand assessment with me. And I want you to save yourself some time, some money, and some frustration by connecting with a professional who can truly guide you along this process and along this journey as you put forth intentional efforts into growing your online presence. Okay? Once again, I truly hope that this episode of Show Up Like a Boss has been helpful to you. Let's stay connected, okay? Subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments that something that you've taken away from this episode. I really hope that you were able to get something I hope you were able to get some gems or something that you can apply to your business right away. And until next time, I'ma holla. It's your girl Tierani Lachelle, creator and founder of Plan Create Execute Academy. And until next time, y'all be easy.